We need to talk.
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 Welcome back, guys, to another episode of We Need to Talk. We have a beautiful guest on our show, fashion model, makeup guru. State your name.
Tamina Q, and I am not a model.
If you go to Instagram, it'll say different. But go on.
After like 20,000 shots, I pick one, and I don't consider myself a model, but I do own a makeup line by the name of Femme Forte.
Plug it.
Femme Forte PC on Instagram.
Okay. There's no shameless plugs here. Don't worry.
Okay. I would have brought out my business cards if that was the case. Laid it all on the table.
They can see you on YouTube, but yeah. MR.KOA, welcome back to another episode 5.
And I'm Top Boy.
This is a great one, actually. All three of us are in relationships with people out of our race.
Yeah.
Interracial.
You having trouble there?
Can I get this?
You having trouble?
Can I get this?
Yeah.
Jesus. We're all in interracial. Fuck.
We're not cutting this. We're keeping this.
Interracial relationships. Jeez. And we thought it would be great to have a podcast with all three of us to discuss different situations on how things are, how, the culture shock, the differences, people's perspectives, our own perspectives, parents. There's a whole bunch of different topics, and Top Boy can bring us through those ones.
Okay, so before we get started, we need to address the 20,000 pictures comment that you just made. You're not going to act like you said that and it just slid under the radar.
Okay.
Do you actually take 20,000 pictures? Or actually, how many you taken?
Okay, every female knows that you have to take at least a good 20 pictures.
You do?
Yep, from every single angle, different
have to?
lighting. You got to
Okay.
figure out what filter and everything like that. And then you pick one, and then you're like, yeah, I'm a model. But
Okay.
not really. You can't call yourself a model. You just have to let people assume, like Ryan. And just
Learn
let them call you a model.
Learn something new every day. Okay, well, Ryan already explained that we are in interracial relationships, but some of the viewers might not know like the full background of what that's like, right? So why don't you both first start explaining what type of relationship you're in?
I'm with a Caucasian female.
Okay. I like the way you said that, so political. I'm with a Caucasian female.
I am with a Jamaican guy.
Oh, and I'm actually black. We can start with that. If you
Oh,
guys,
yeah,
if you guys don't
we
know what that
should.
look like, it's a podcast. I am black, a Jamaican male with a Caucasian female.
I am Pakistani, and I am with a Jamaican guy.
Okay.
And Top Boy.
I'm black, in case you didn't know. I know that some people can't tell by my voice sometimes, but yes, I'm black and I'm dating a Chinese woman.
Is she actually Chinese?
Yeah, she's Chinese.
Okay.
What do you mean, is she actually Chinese?
Some people say Chinese and the person's not really Chinese and they get offended.
Oh, like
She's
listen,
Chinese.
I've been in a relationship. I should know.
I'm just making sure
by now what she is.
I'm hoping.
I'll be honest. So
Conversation.
there are times where like we'll be out and I'll hear like people speaking. They're from Asia, somewhere in Asia, and they'll be speaking, and I'm like,
it's at a point to
it's at a point to piss her off.
You understand?
Do you get that? You're just what she's saying.
My language.
And she's like, knows more is Cantonese, right? And I'm just like, what the
Such
fuck?
racist more.
But they speak in China. They speak
What
like
sounds
3
the same?
different
You're
languages.
racist. You're racist.
Am I?
That sounds racist.
What if I'm asking it nicely?
No nicely.
He's about to be single by the end of this podcast.
What if I'm genuinely like curious? I'm like, what if I say, do you understand that?
That's just being generally racist.
That is.
You're just being a nice racist.
How am I supposed to know the difference between Cantonese
If
and
you
Mandarin?
don't know, don't ask.
What?
What? Okay,
What do you mean
I don't
if you don't know,
about
don't
that.
ask?
If you don't
I
know-
want to learn,
if you
right?
don't know-
But
she
no, you
understands
could
that.
ask
Don't-
what type of language is that? Is that
Yes,
a
inquire.
language that you know?
Don't ask assuming she should know because her eyes. Some more.
I'm not saying that because of their eyes. I'm saying that based on what they're saying.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, but to the untrained ear,
Oh,
Mandarin
ear
and
now.
Cantonese might sound
Oh,
different.
that was the ear.
Nothing to do with sight.
It is it not?
Sure, Zamar.
If you were in a room with Chinese, Japanese, and
my
all Korean
God.
people speaking in their languages, would you be able to tell the differences between all three?
Probably not.
So what's
But
wrong
I
with me
wouldn't ask.
asking?
I wouldn't ask.
Yeah,
someone
I wouldn't sit there and try to
who
figure
I
out,
would think
yeah.
is Chinese. Do they understand what they're saying? Just because their skin looks the same.
But I've been dating my girl long enough to know the differences in looks between like someone that's Chinese and someone that's like
Oh,
Korean.
you're an expert now.
I've been dating a Chinese girl for 2 years. Like, I think I know the differences between the two.
So you know Chinese. You don't know any
I know
other
the
type
looks.
of Asian.
I know the
you
looks.
Just know Chinese.
So what I'm saying is
That's all he knows.
No,
one
no.
But now he knows experts on
Just
Korean.
one Chinese.
Oh my God.
Every other Orient.
Just one Chinese person.
I really like the way you guys are playing this, trying to throw me under the bus here, okay? We're getting off topic.
I will open this up with an example that my friend gave me about his relationship. It actually was the reason I brought this topic to do it some more because after reading this, he actually allowed me to do this anonymously. So I'm not just doing this, breaking his privacy.
Just throwing him under the bus.
But he brought a topic to me saying he was going through something. He's like, I know you're with a white girl, and I know you have a social following, and I'm sure people know you and whatever. And he's like, I was going through something, and I just wanted to have your perspective on it because I'm having a tough time dealing with this.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, yeah, go ahead, like shoot, So basically, he said this is his story. So there's this girl that I'm feeling. We mess around a bit and things are getting somewhere, She's Italian, cute, and we get along real well. Now, I know one of my boys isn't a big fan of her, and me, myself, I'm a very prideful black man. I've never hated on anybody for international racial dating, though. I believe love and all those things transcend any physical attribute. But my pride is getting to me, and I know a lot of other prideful black people. So I'm stressing because I'm like, if I date this girl, can I even bring her anywhere, fam? Will I lose friends? If that's the case, do I choose? Yo, this is
No, I know.
real shit.
I'm not laughing at that.
He
Go
feels
on.
like this is real. You can't laugh at the guy.
I'm not laughing at him. Go on.
So I'm stressing because I'm like, if I date this girl, can I even bring her anywhere, fam? Will I lose friends? Is that the case? If that's the case, do I choose homegirl over a friend or vice versa? Like, I'm thinking about so much shit. Are my ancestors out here rolling in their graves and shit? Like, dog, this is what people think.
I know.
More. Respect him.
Go on.
Respect him.
Go on.
Like, I'm thinking about so much shit. Are my ancestors out here rolling in their graves and shit? Like, they have whole movies dedicated to this topic, especially with the shit that's going on nowadays. So I go, all right, let me know more if you want my advice or not. He's like, yeah, well, there's a little bit more. One of my boys messed with her way back. Talked to him about it, and he's super cool with it. They don't even talk, and he's basically married now. Other than that, there's nothing more to add to the story.
Yeah.
Anything else would just be reiterating what I've already said.
Okay.
So he's like, I'm ready for your advice. Guide me. And I asked, did they fuck? He said, no, they didn't fuck. That's important. That is important.
Yes.
That is important. So they didn't fuck. Yeah. That hurt me. Reading that. Because he actually believes this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, there's people, and he's probably the only one that believes this. Like, he believes, like, if I date someone out my race, will my parents think something? Will my family think something? What if my friends don't talk to me? Like, these are real thoughts that's preventing him from pursuing a person.
How old is he?
He's 20. He's 25. 25.
It's my age. Okay.
He's your age.
All right.
This isn't about you, Zamora. Why are you talking about your age?
I'm trying to figure the age is important here for me.
How is it important? This is wrong.
He's trying to relate.
This is wrong, period.
It is wrong.
Doesn't matter what age he is.
No, but you're not
12.
You're not hearing me out. Like,
go ahead.
The reason I bring up the age is because to me that's like an old mentality. Like, for me, like that's a
old fashioned.
That's like a very old school way of thinking, right? Of course it is. But
it still exists in the new
I know
school.
It still exists, but my opinion has kind of changed on it because this last year, right? Like my girl, she took me to Jamaica for my birthday, right? Humble stunt right there. But she took me to Jamaica for my birthday, and I hadn't seen my grandmother in like 7 years, right? So I mean, if my girl never took me on this trip, I never seen my grandmother, and I haven't always been like super tight with my dad's side of the family, right? Like his brothers and sisters and like my grandparents and stuff like that. And that's the grandmother I went to see, right? And Alex came with me, a Chinese girl, and I'll be honest, like when I went, I thought like, I wonder what my grandmother is going to think, right? I haven't spoken to her. Well, I've spoken to her on and off, but we don't have the greatest relationship. I haven't seen her in like 7 years. And I'm bringing a Chinese girl to meet her, right? And honestly, my grandmother was like, she was totally cool about it, right? Like it wasn't an issue whatsoever. In my mind, honestly, it was a relief, right? With my parents are they're totally different than their parents, right?
Right, of course.
Growing up my entire life, this has never been an issue for me. But honestly, like, it's weird. I never had that interaction with my my grandparents. They weren't always in my life because they were in Jamaica for my entire life. But automatically, I assumed because that they were older and they came from an older generation that they might have a problem with this.
What is your biggest fear about that? Do you think, what was your fear that if I don't bring a black girl home? Was that what the biggest fear was?
To my grandparents?
Yeah.
Quite honestly, like...
She has to be black. Is that what you're...
No. Quite honestly, like,
Or
it sounds harsh, but I could care less. Like... if they thought about that. Like if...
Well, you said you feared something.
I feared, like...
What was the fear? That because she wasn't black or because she was Chinese?
No, I feared having to have that conversation with my grandmother because I knew that I'm the type of person that wouldn't back down from having that conversation just because she's my grandmother.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right? Like...
you don't want to cause a problem.
The thing is like... I didn't want to have that conversation because she's an old woman. Right. I haven't seen her in like 7 years.
I'm not trying to fight
and I'm not trying to fight when I see you, right? Yeah. Because if she were to say something,
you have to
I would
defend her.
I wouldn't even defend her just because my girl's there.
No,
like I would defend her because my mentality and my values say that like this isn't an issue. Right. But I was just shocked, honestly, to see that my grandmother was totally fine with it altogether. Like she was hugging up my girlfriend, like it was whatever. Right. So for me, when I hear this story, like I completely understand like where he's coming from, right? Because a lot of what he thinks and what his friends think, in my opinion, is based upon what's happened in his life growing up, like who he's surrounded with and what he's seen and what people around him have said.
We need to talk.
We need to talk. We need to talk.
We need to talk. We need to talk.